Welcome to today's edition of Crypto Corner at InvestorIdeas.com. News on what's driving the cryptocurrency market. Hey everyone, this is Sam Mowers here. Welcome to episode 787 of the Crypto Corner podcast. For news today, Marathon and RIOT blockchain have shared updates for the month of February, and DMGI has announced its preliminary revenue guidance for Q4 2021. Just before we get into the show, though, a quick reminder that if you enjoy this podcast, to please feel free to share it or leave us a review. And as always, I recommend checking out some of the other podcasts on InvestorIdeas.com. This includes the Cannabis Podcast, the Clean Tech and Climate Change Podcast, along with many others, all of which will bring you up to speed on the latest stock news and trends in their respective spaces. Right, so Marathon Digital Holdings, Inc., which trades on the Nasdaq under the ticker MARA, has published its unaudited Bitcoin production and miner installation updates for February 2022. Highlights include the production of 360.3 self-mined Bitcoin during the month. This is up 729% from February 2021, and the company reports an increase in its total Bitcoin holdings to roughly 8,956 Bitcoins, worth about $386.8 million USD. Fred Thiel, Marathon's CEO, commented, quote, "Our primary objectives for 2022 are to effectively deploy our miners, achieve our growth targets, and continue expanding our competitive moat, and we believe we are well positioned to achieve each of those goals. We look forward to supporting the adoption, security, and evolution of Bitcoin by growing our mining operations to 23.3 exahash per second and achieving 100% carbon neutrality over the coming quarters." End quote. RIOT Blockchain Inc., which trades on the NasDaq under the ticker RIOT, has shared its production and operations update for February 2022. The company produced 436 Bitcoins in the month, up 179% compared to February 2021, and as of February 28th is holding roughly 5,783 Bitcoins. RIOT also boasts a deployed fleet of about 38,310 miners with a hash rate capacity of 3.9 exahash per second. Jason Less, the CEO of the company, said, quote, "Throughout the month of February, RIOT has continued to make progress on the first phase of its 200 megawatt immersion-cooled Bitcoin mining deployment, with over 10,000 S1 9J Pro Ant miners now deployed in immersion cooling tanks. We have begun the performance evaluation process and will be monitoring our immersion performance data closely over the next 60 days. As our team continues to build out our immersion operation, we are evaluating and assessing future opportunities to further leverage our expertise in immersion cooling development and deployment." End quote. DMGI Blockchain Solutions Inc., which trades on the TSXV under the ticker DMGI, has announced a select preliminary revenue guidance for its Q4 2021 following the receipt of new crypto miners late in the quarter. The company's CEO Sheldon Bennett explained, quote, "We are pleased with the change in our strategy, moving from a primarily hosting-focused company to greater focus on self-crypto mining. Our first large shipment of new miners arrived late in Q4, and we were able to capture some new revenues from new equipment installed. Our team has made significant progress in both core mining hash rate deployment as well as Core Plus software platforms." End quote. That does it for today's Crypto Corner. If you would like to be a guest or sponsor for this podcast, contact InvestorIdeas.com. Investor Ideas reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the InvestorIdeas.com website, and this podcast is not an endorsement to buy products, services, or securities. Investors are reminded all investment involves risk and possible loss of investment. To hear more InvestorIdeas.com podcasts, please visit InvestorIdeas.com/audio. And a reminder, you can also hear our podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Audible, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, and most audio platforms available.